and welcome back. Today I'm gonna go over how you ship books after a giveaway. So just a few days ago, I was one of the authors in the Virtual Winter Bookfest. Oh yeah, it was really fun. It was a Facebook event and it went on for like 3 days. It was so cool. I loved it. Thank you, Angela Watts, for putting it on and all that. And now I'm preparing my books to be shipped out to the winners of the giveaways and all that. There was one person who won a grand prize, which was like all the books and all that. So she's getting one of these. And then there were a couple others for my part in it who won one copy. And then another person won one of these, and then another person won my buttons and all that. So I was thinking that I would show you all how like you could prepare your books for shipping, because you know, it's not just like stick them in a package, write their address on them and go. You know, you could do other things to make it more special, especially if it is for a giveaway that would make the winners and the audience feel like they just got an awesome present. So let's get to it. Alright, so first thing first is to get, of course, all the books or anything that you're giving away into a file. So I have 2 copies of Loading Life because the grand prize winner gets one, and then I ran a giveaway of Loading Life itself, and then anime, manga, and cosplay book. This is going out to a person, and then of course, like I said, my buttons. I have 3 buttons here. I have Hiro right here. And then I have anime, and then I have one of my character. So some of the things you might want to do is grab your business card if you have one. Here's mine. It's the updated version, of course. Has my character, everything that a person needs to know, and all that. About the only thing that isn't updated is the fact that I don't use Twitter anymore. But I want one of these to go with each book and the set of buttons. For my buttons, I have a plastic bag to put them in where they're not just sitting in a package. They have some kind of protection over them. I have these, which is awesome. I'm going to be wrapping my books in them. I have this one for the Parents and Guardians Guide because, you know, it's fun, little confetti type thing. Just something, a personal touch. And then these little stars in them and all that. It's still the confetti version, but a blue. And it goes really, really well with Loading Life, as you can see. So it's like space, but a little lighter. And then of course I have some craft paper to wrap everything in. And I also have some sticky notes to actually write down my address and the person's address on them. Now of course you can write right on the craft paper, but I like using these because it's more clear. And then because it's a certain color, people can actually see them on the craft paper just in case. And I'll also be using this. It says, make your dreams happen, in order to write just a small note to the winners and say, you know, congratulations, thank you so much. If you're interested in all this stuff, I hope you visit my website, da-da-da-da-da. You know, something with a personal touch. You know, I'll be saying like, hey, thank you for commenting on all my stuff during the giveaway. Thank you for interacting with me. Thank you for being such an awesome person and showing up. I really appreciate it. When you do something like this, it makes it all the better. And see, these I just got at the Dollar Tree. Very simple, very easy. I actually got these for something else, but I'm going to use them because I do like the background and all that. And it kind of goes along with the spacey type feel that I have for Loading Life. And, you know, just the bubbliness that I have for my overall channel. If your brand is different, go with what goes with your brand. Don't just copy me, go with something that goes with your brand. So if you are heavy metal stuff and all that, do something like with maybe lightning bolts and fire, you know, whatever. When it goes with your brand and when it goes with something that you like, it is very personalized. And people who read your books, listen to your music, and anything like that, they love that because they want that personal touch from you. You know, it's not something just generic and it's not typed up. It's something that they really, really appreciate. It's all about making sure your audience, each individual person, feels appreciated by you, which you should be doing that anyways with all the people in your life, you know, making sure that they know you appreciate them. So definitely keep this in mind when you're doing anything like this, when you're online, anything. All right, so now let's put this all together. Never forget to sign your books or CDs or anything that you're giving in a giveaway, because it adds that much of a personal touch that makes your audience love it even more. So I wanted to show you one of the ones I did. You know, it has her name and it says, "Thank you for joining my segment of the Virtual Winter Bookfest. I hope you enjoy reading my debut novel, Loading Life, a video game novel. I hope you have fun and a fun and safe December." And then my name, of course, Ian Chapin, and then a heart, because, you know, I usually like do weird hearts at the end of my stuff, even in like normal life. So now I will say that if there were a lot, like maybe 10 or more books that I had for giveaways or anything like that, I would definitely write shorter messages. Anything like saying, "Hey, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy. Sign my name," because of it being so many of them. I don't want to tire out my hand, especially since my hands write the book and all that. So, you know. But it's not necessarily cutting corners. It's still adding a personal touch, but not to the effect that I did with these, because there were only like 3 books and 1 set of buttons. I know you can't really see it, but the note and business card I put inside, I leave just a little sliver out of the book so people know it's there. And as you can see, I am terrible at wrapping things. My mother won't even let me wrap Christmas presents because I'm that bad. So don't think that you can't wrap it really nicely, because you're probably entirely better than me. Just saying. Now, with these awesome buttons, what I do is that I put them in here. Oh no. There we go. I usually put them in here like this. Of course, I'm struggling with it. And then I take this, fold it up like I would the card. Right. Of course, it's too big. There we go. And then I put the buttons on the opposite side like this. Oh, no. There we go. You want as much air out of it as possible, where you're not paying for air. There we go. What I do is just simply this. Oh, oh no. There. Now that I'm done actually wrapping them all up and getting them all packaged and ready, I'm going to take them to the post office. Now, there's this thing called media mail, and double check, you know, things could change in the future, but double check that it's a thing you can actually have. If you go into the post office and, you know, go to the computer and try to do media mail there, it doesn't do it because it doesn't have that media mail, because they don't want people cheating or anything like that. You have to go up to the person and be like, "Hey, these are books or videos or video games or anything like that, I want to ship a media mail. Now, of course, media mail has some limitations. It has to be a product of some sort that is media. It can't just be, you know, like, hey, here's some loose leaf paper like a manuscript. No, 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 no. You can't do that. I've tried. It has to be book form or records or CDs, DVDs, stuff like that. But the coolest thing is that it's usually way cheaper than everything else. So for example, those buttons would probably cost me about $4 or $5 to ship, just because it's a weird package and all of that. But any of the books will cost me like $2 to $3 to ship, even though they're bigger and all that, because they do a deal on media mail. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you some insight of what you need to do if you ever have giveaway stuff or anything like that, especially if there's a lot of it. And with all that said, I hope you all have a great day, a great rest of the year, and I'll see y'all later, alligators. Bye-bye!